Hello, welcome to, I guess you could call it that, but welcome to episode 2. It's not really, I'm not kind of doing episodes, but welcome to video 2. And this is the series, the second video in my series that I'm doing. It's called How to Build Like a Pro, and it's Minecraft based. And this video, I'm going to teach you how to, how to design doors, like entrances into homes and walls. Now, my last video, which you see that little house over there, my last video had, oh, okay, guess I wanted to take a screenshot. My last video, it had, how to create windows, and I'll have maybe a link in the corner of the video, and you click on that, and that'll take you to the, to my other video, and that's the first video of the series. That's basically teaching you how to make, design fancy windows, and that's the house over there that I used. Now, the thing about this video is I already set up my whole shebang, meaning you guys don't have to watch me build it. I've already built it, and it's right behind me. So, let's get started. Let's turn around and see our first example. I'm so sorry that it's raining. It's causing some lag. This is the first example that we have, and it's obviously an entrance into a home. Now, it's very random because a lot of my builds, they're random, and so you can see, I used a lot of blocks, and that's what a good builder does. He doesn't stick with one type of block. He uses a bunch of them. Now, whether it's wood or bricks or that's a different story. I like to use wood and stone bricks. So, I I used fence posts. I used dark wood, half slabs. I used stairs, all that good stuff. Just kind of take at it from a different view. So and you always like to put windows into it because windows, they make it look a little nice. And what I did is I put little like hangers over the windows and over the door. So if you look, it's dry under here, of course, because there's no rain. But there's a little hanger over the window, a hanger over the door, so you don't have rain coming down right by the door. So maybe if you're out shopping or something, you need to get in, you need to go, because you don't have the rain on you. Now this part, you don't have to do this, but I basically made this, and it's just kind of like a little archway. I think it's, just to spruce it up, and then I put in a little like walkway here with gravel and stone half slabs. So let's move on to example number 2. Now, example number 2 is a little bit more fancier. Example number 3 is the fanciest, and example number 2 is kind of like the example number 1. However, instead of like a little, see how like example number 1 has a little hang over the door? Example number 2 has a huge hangover on the door. Like, it's just humongous. I mean, it's a couple blocks that go out, and I still have the little archway thing here with the wood, because I just like to do that. But what this allows me to do is, I made it come over here, so that way there's a little archway over the window. But what I did is I put in fence gates, and this is like your little garden. And it's a big awning kind of thing. And that's number 2. It's a little bit more fancier. Now, number 3 is really fancy, and I kind of had a little fun building it as well, because that's the whole point of building, is having fun. So let's check out number 3, which is possible. You guys can make it. And I added a roof to it. Not much of a roof, just like the front of a roof, just to make it look a little more fancy and to show you guys what you can do. So this is example number 3. Now, excuse me. Example number 3 is, takes up a bigger space. And you notice that I put in fountains, and I have little leaves on both sides. And I basically have my walkway. But if you notice, what's cool is I have little awnings that go over the little fountains. And then I have, you know, a big, huge window, circle window above the door, and then I have my roof that goes over it. And then I have the walkway that leads into it. Now what you do is, you know, you walk in, it's got the same walkway, because I really like this walkway. How it looks with the gravel, it just looks kind of modern, and it just looks cool. But it has, you know, a little awning, not a big one, but a little hangover, and then, you know, the roof has a hangover. And that's really cool if the roof has a hangover. But the roof, the thing is, the roof doesn't go straight down. It, you know, it's straight at the top, and then it goes a little down, and then goes flat again, and then it goes down. And that makes a good roof. And, you know, the inside the fountain is just simple water with glowstone. And then I have the windows right there, and, you know, there, and then I have the torches which light it up, and then the little plants. Now that we talked about, you know, the entrances to homes, which I might do another video on, because I didn't really cover the whole base of the entrances, and I didn't really cover the whole base of the walls, but I hope this just gives you a good start off. Now the walls, I'm not really good with the walls. However, I will show you them. The walls, you'd like to be very random, and the walls are kind of like the biggest part of the house. You want people to have nice walls, because when you walk into a house or near a house, what you're going to see is the wall areas, because you can't see the inside, you see the outside. So you want to make the outside looking nice, especially for griefers to grief. You know, you want it to look nice and be like, ooh, that's a nice house, I won't grief that one, that one's nice. However, the problem in that is they might go, ooh, I might live in that, kick him out of his own house. So this is a really nice house. Now, wall number 1. This one is very, it's turning nighttime now. This one's very random, you know. What I did is, I have fence posts, and I have little overhangs on the windows, and I have 2x2 windows. And I have a lot of fence posts, and I have a torch here just to light it up, because I knew nighttime would probably roll around. But what I did is, you know, I have steps here, and then half slabs here, so it makes a little indent come out even further. And I like that. And then what I did is I put a upside down step here, and then a right side up step here. I did it there, and I did it right here, and I put fence posts in the middle. And then, whoops, I have blocks behind the fence posts. And you can also put windows behind the fence posts, but that's up to you. Now, if you want to talk about windows being behind something, that will be example number 2 for the walls. So let's check out example number 2. Example number 2 is kind of cool. It has a bare awning, of course. It has a huge roof that goes over it. And you can see the windows are behind steps. Now if you look at it, you can see it has a stone brick roof, and it has fence posts, and it has kind of like little chairs here. You don't have to sit on the chairs, it's just there for decoration. Basically this whole thing is just for decoration, but if you notice, I have glass panes behind the stairs, and I like that a lot because it's harder for people to see in, and it's harder for mobs to see you. Now, what I did is I made it backwards too, so if you don't want your wall to look like this, you can have it backwards and look like this. Okay, so instead you have the glass panes here, and you have steps like this, and it's cool. I like it. And then you have your little thing in front of the window to look nice, and a little awning. And then here, this one I got very carried away in. Oh, phew, it stopped raining. This one I got carried away in. And what you want to do is you don't want to get carried away, because once you get carried away in a building, people are going to look at it and go, you don't really need that in a building. You know, you might make something because you got carried away. So you might make something that the building doesn't need, and it kind of messes it up a little bit. So I got a little carried away with this. So this is a good example that you don't want to go too far, and I went a little too far. You know, I put in plants and stuff, but I put in a nice design here and on the wall. You know, I had to go up, come around, through with both sides. So this is how it looks from a different angle. That's the top of it. Now, the last example is just a different example. This one, I don't really know why I have it here. It's just a kind of random thing, honestly. I don't even know. You know, you can have your 2x2 windows next to it, and I just decided to do one more thing just to make the video drag on a little bit longer for you guys. You know, I just have fence posts going up, and what you can do is put torches on it, you know, and basically that's it for the video. This is just, something weird. I don't even know why I have that. If you like my builds, please leave a comment. And if you need a builder on a server or something, talk to me. I talked about it in the window designs video, and so watch that video if you want to learn more about it, and just kind of give me a little a message on YouTube, and give me the IP, and I'll go on, and you don't have to give me OP if you're not okay with giving me OP, but just give me the ability to build, and I will build you a nice village or something, because I'm not going to grief you. I mean, that's why I'm making this series right now, is to teach you guys how to build. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go onto your server and build it all just for you. I want to see the admins of the server or the owners building as well, because that's the whole point of the series, is to get other people to build really good, and that's the reason why I built, the setup here took me like 30 minutes. It was, took a while, because some of these other people who teach you how to build take them like 5 minutes to do their setup, and this just shows me how much I love my builds and how much you guys should too. So on that note, I'll leave it at that. It's a nice day out, and see you later. Bye bye.